Good evening. We've seen another day that the Lord has made. We are rejoicing. We're absolutely glad in it. And what a way to end the day than to check on our physical well-being, which is a part of our responsibility. With me in studio are those people who treat as the Lord heals, and they're here to let us know about that very sensitive conversation. Okay, not so sensitive, but I'm sure you have gone through this issue. It is UTIs, that's urinary tract infections. And with us in studio is a urologist and a gynecologist. Let's have you guys introduce yourself and also explain urology, because many people out here are just like male gyna. Gyna for men?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Dr.
My name is
David.
Dr. David Kimani. I'm a consultant urologist at the Kenyatta National Hospital. And
we have women who are still afraid to come to the hospital because they're worried about this COVID, and we have the ones who are pregnant and they still have to deliver. So we have people getting into emergencies even at night, and then there's issues with curfew and even getting them from their home to their houses, the number of ambulances available. It's been really a big challenge, but we're trying to really assist with this, especially for those ones who are having emergencies and at night.
Wow, but all will be well. Even as we have that conversation, remember, wash your hands, keep that social distancing rule, wear your mask. Everyone in studio had a mask, by the way. It's just that it's not easy. It's not easy to do this with masks on, but go ahead and do that. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube, that's on Instagram and Twitter. And Instagram is a thriving place for Dr. K, so check out her Instagram. She loves to share information. As we start, Dr. David, can you describe what UTI is in men?
very good. Urinary tract infections, like those issues, they stand for urinary tract infection. So it's generally where you have a bacteria settling to the urinary tract and causing problems in the urinary tract. And I want to differentiate here from the outset. The symptom is not, infection is not the same as a sexually transmitted infection.
That's a good.
Those are very two different diseases. The urethra, the bladder where you keep the urine, the ureters, and the kidneys. Whereas a sexually transmitted infection generally looks at the reproductive organ.
Okay.
The only thing is that in men, we share the urethra between the reproductive and the urinary system. And like in the female, where the two systems are completely separate, in men, the urethra is a common channel for both functions. So generally, when you talk about a urinary tract, referring to bacterial infections of that system, but you also add fungal infections. We include them in the urinary tract infections when they involve the bladder. Yes.
And Dr. K, as you respond to the same, can you also tell us what's the difference with it in men or in women?
So as we said, urinary tract infection is just that part of the urinary system. For the women, we have separate the urinary tract system and then the reproductive system. So usually and surprisingly, women tend to have more UTIs than men and actually present more than men. And it's usually because the urinary system is very close to the other systems, that is the gastrointestinal system, and now also the where the vagina is. So you'll tend to have a lot of infection around the same area. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, but there's a separation between the urinary tract and the reproductive system.
Now that you brought it up, why is it more common for women?
That's a very good question. If you look, and maybe some people might understand it, yeah, the urinary tract system is just a bit in front of where they, so what happens that urinary system, the urethra is very short as compared to men. It's actually around 4 centimeters long, and that space between the outside and the inside creates an environment